This demonstration is going to show you how to use measuring and plotting to redraw this eye in a box that's twice the size. You can tell that the box is twice the size by measuring the top line on the small box and seeing if it fits in twice. It must be exact or you cannot use this method of transfer. Then I can check the height, and that should fit in twice as well. So I'm going to begin with this dot, and I need to double the distance from here to the edge and from here to that edge. So I'm going to measure by putting the tip of my pencil on the dot. My thumb is going to mark right up next to the edge of that line, not over the line and not short of the line. So right on the line, and I need to make sure my head is directly above where I'm working. So I take that distance and I reline my finger up anywhere on this line. It just can't be over the line or fall short from the line. My head is directly above where I'm making my mark, and I rotate my hand and I make the first dot. You're going to make it light, I'm making it dark so you can see. Slide your thumb up to the edge of the dot, rotate your hand again. On the second dot, since the box is twice as big, I'm going to extend that parallel, or the same direction, as the line I measured from. Then I'm going to measure how far down this is, putting my thumb right on the edge of the line, and the tip of my pencil on the dot. Reline my thumb up with the edge of the box, and then I rotate my hand. I go once and twice. On the second dot, I'm going to extend it out. This dot will be erased. I'm going to extend it parallel to the edge I was measuring from. So this edge is horizontal, this one will be horizontal. I'll extend it out until they cross. And if I was pretty careful with my measuring, that should be 100% accurate to where this dot is. Then I'll go to my next dot. So let's say I want this to be my next dot. I can either measure from this direction or this direction. I like to measure from the shortest direction. I mark the edge of the box, pencil tip on the dot. Since I'm starting from this side, I need to also start from that same side of this box. I do that distance once. Put my thumb up next to the edge of that mark, that distance twice. On the second dot, I extend it the same direction as what I was measuring from. So since I measured it this way, I have to measure it an opposite way. So I can either measure it how far down it is, or I can measure how high up it is. But again, I like to go the shorter distance, so I'm going to measure how far down it is. And I mark that distance on my pencil, and then I go that distance once, that distance twice. On my second dot, I extend it parallel to what I was measuring from, and I extend it out until these two marks cross, and that's right where that dot is. So then I can look carefully at the shape. It's kind of flat, and then it rounds off towards the end. You would want to draw this super, super light. And then I can go to my next dot. So if I want to start with this dot, I measure how high up it is. And transfer that measurement once, twice. On the second dot, I extend it parallel to the side I was measuring from. And then I measure how far over it is. I go this distance once, twice. I extend it parallel to what I was measuring from. And that's right where that dot would be. Then I go to the next dot. That distance, capture it. On my second dot, I extend it out parallel to what I was measuring from. So I marked how high up it is. Now I have to go how far in it is. And I go once, twice. And that's right where that dot would be. So now I can connect these two dots. It has a very slight curve. Again, you would draw so light that you couldn't even see it. There's a lot of dots, so I'm going to erase all of my excess